You know, after 43 years on this bench, I've seen every excuse a parent can invent to walk away from their responsibilities. I lost my job. She turned the kids against me. I'm starting over with a new family. But on that heavy October afternoon in Cleveland, a 52-year-old father sat before me, finally dragged into court after 10 full years of paying exactly $0 in child support for his two daughters, now 18 and 16, while he lived comfortably, owned property, drove a new truck, and posted vacation photos with his second wife and their toddler. When his ex-wife, the girl's mother, who had worked 2 jobs, gone without heat some winters and raised those children alone, laid out the arrears of $187,000 plus interest, the courtroom didn't just hear numbers, it heard a decade of silent suffering. And when I confronted him with the cold, irrefutable truth of his choices, bank records, tax returns, social media boasts, his tough guy facade cracked, and the man who had refused to pay a dime for 10 years ended up on his knees, literally begging his daughters and their mother for forgiveness while the entire room wept. This wasn't a routine support enforcement hearing. This was a father who had chosen year after year to pretend his children didn't exist financially while they grew up watching their mother struggle and wondering why daddy never sent so much as a birthday card with cash. The confrontation wasn't loud or theatrical. It was quiet, relentless, and devastatingly emotional, the kind that forces a man to look at the wreckage he created and finally feel the weight. Before I walk you through every tear-soaked, gut-punching moment of that day, hit that subscribe button right now. Seriously, click it, because stories like this remind us that child support isn't optional and running from your kids has a day of reckoning. Drop a comment telling me, have you ever known a parent who abandoned their financial duty for years? You're going to carry this one with you. I've been a domestic relations judge in Cuyahoga County, Ohio since 1982. That's 43 years of watching parents fight over custody, money, visitation, and sometimes simply disappear when the bills arrive. Every morning I arrive at 7 to make my coffee, black, 2 sugars the way my father drank it before he left us when I was 9, and sit for a few minutes reminding myself that the children in these cases aren't statistics. They're real kids who feel every empty mailbox, every no at the store. My clerk, Angela, who's been with me for 22 years, can sense when arrears are about to turn into something bigger. That October morning, she handed me the enforcement motion and said quietly, "Judge, 10 years, 0 payments, 2 girls, mom's asking for full arrears, interest, license suspension, contempt jail time, dad's here with a lawyer, and the daughters, they're in the gallery. They want to speak." The file was a decade of pain in paper form. Plaintiff, Maria Gonzalez, 48, nurse, sole custodial parent. Defendant, Robert Bobby Klein, 52, construction foreman, remarried, 1 child from second marriage. Arrears, $187,462 on 33. Principal, $132,000 over 10 years at guideline amount, plus statutory interest at 10% compounded. Motion for contempt, lump sum judgment, wage assignment, tax refund intercept, driver's license suspension, and possible incarceration. Bobby's response, "I couldn't afford it. I was struggling too. I love my girls." The courtroom was full. Maria's sister, her 2 daughters, 18-year-old Elena and 16-year-old Sophia, both in school uniforms, eyes red but steady. Bobby's new wife in the back row looking uncomfortable, a child support enforcement officer, and several other parents waiting for their cases. At 2:20 p.m., Angela called it, Gonzalez visa Klein, enforcement of child support, contempt motion. Maria entered first, scrubs from her shift, hair in a ponytail, carrying a folder of payment ledgers she'd tracked herself. Bobby came in next, work boots, flannel shirt, confident stride, attorney at his side. I started with the record. "Mr. Klein, you've been ordered to pay $1,100 per month since 2014. Guideline amount based on your income at the time. Your payment history shows $0 received in 10 years. Is that correct?" Bobby nodded slowly. "Yes, Your Honor. I fell behind. Life got hard." Maria spoke up, voice calm but trembling underneath. "He didn't fall behind. He never started. Not 1 check, not $1 for birthdays, school clothes, doctor visits. Elena needed braces. I worked overtime. Sophia's asthma inhalers. I chose between groceries and medicine some months. He posted pictures of his new boat, his Florida trips with his new family. He could afford those." Bobby's attorney objected. "Relevance, Your Honor. Lifestyle isn't income." I overruled. "It's relevant to credibility and ability to pay. Continue, Ms. Gonzalez." Maria opened her binder. "I have his tax returns, subpoenaed, 2023 income, $98,000, 2022, $112,000. He owns a house free and clear, transferred to him by his parents in 2019. New truck, $62,000. Vacation rentals in Myrtle Beach, 3 trips last year alone. Meanwhile, my girls ate ramen some nights. I turned to Bobby. Mr. Klein, do you dispute these figures? He shifted. I had expenses, new family, child support for my youngest. I displayed his bank statements and highlighted $4,800 boat payment, $2,300 cruise deposit, $1,200 monthly golf club dues. These are discretionary. Child support is not. You had the ability. You chose not to pay. Why? Bobby looked at his daughters for the first time. Elena stared back, arms crossed. Sophia was crying silently. I was angry. Maria kept me from seeing them. Maria cut in. You stopped asking for visitation in 2016. You sent one text in 2018. Tell the girls I love them. That's it. 10 years. You didn't fight for weekends, holidays, phone calls. You just stopped paying and stopped showing up. The courtroom was so quiet you could hear Sophia's soft sobs. I felt my own throat tighten. Let me stop right here, because this moment was shattering. Have you ever watched children realize their parent chose comfort over them for a decade? Drop a comment right now and tell me, what would you have said to that father? And if your heart is breaking already, hit that like button because the confrontation that followed changed everything. I looked at Bobby. Sir, your daughters are here today. They asked to speak. Elena, Sophia, come forward if you want. Both girls stood. Elena went first, 18, college-bound, voice steady but thick with emotion. Dad, I waited every birthday for something. A card, a call, money for books. Nothing. Mom cried when she thought we weren't looking. I got a job at 15 to help with bills. I shouldn't have had to do that. You were supposed to protect us. You protected your new life instead. Sophia, 16, softer, tears streaming. I don't even remember what you look like when you smile at me. I see your Facebook. You smile at your new baby all the time. Why not us? We needed you. We still need you, but we don't want your money if it means you don't want us. Bobby's face crumpled. He looked at them, then at Maria, then at the floor. His shoulders began to shake. I messed up. I was selfish. I thought if I stayed away, it'd be easier. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. Girls, Maria, please forgive me. I'll pay everything. I'll sell the boat, the truck, whatever it takes. I just want a chance to be your dad again. The courtroom dissolved. Maria was crying openly. Elena wiped her eyes. Sophia ran to her mother. Even the bailiff looked away, blinking hard. I took a long breath. Mr. Klein, words are easy. Actions are hard. The court finds you in willful contempt for 10 years of non-payment despite ability. Judgment for arrears, $187,462 principal plus $94,000 statutory interest, total $281,262. Wage assignment ordered at 65% of disposable income until paid. Driver's license, professional licenses suspended until $50,000 lump sum paid within 90 days. Income tax intercepts permanent. And I'm ordering 200 hours community service at a family resource center that helps single parents. You'll see what your absence costs, I continued. But I'm also ordering supervised visitations if the girls want it, family counseling, 6 months minimum at your expense. You don't buy forgiveness with money. You earn it with time, consistency, showing up. If you fail, contempt, jail time, 30 days per violation. I looked at the girls. Elena, Sophia, this is your choice too. You don't owe him anything, but if you want to try, the court will protect you. Elena spoke first. We'll think about it, but he has to prove it. No more excuses. I banged the gavel softly. So ordered. Matter continued for compliance review in 90 days. Court stands in recess. Bobby stood, walked toward his daughters, stopped a few feet away, tears falling. I love you both. I'm sorry doesn't fix it, but I'll spend the rest of my life trying. Maria put her arms around the girls. They didn't move toward him, but they didn't turn away either. 9 months later, Maria wrote me. He's paid $92,000 so far, sold the boat, shows up for counseling. The girls let him take them to dinner once a month, supervised. It's not fixed, but it's started. Thank you for making him see them, really see them, for the first time in 10 years. Stories like this stay with you forever. A father can run from child support for a decade, but when confronted with the faces of the children he left behind, even the hardest heart can break open. Forgiveness isn't automatic, but accountability can plant the seed. If this touched your soul, if you believe kids deserve both parents' support, emotional and financial, hit that like button, subscribe for more courtroom truths that hit hard, and share this with any parent who needs the reminder. Comment below. Should 10 years of zero support mean automatic jail time, or is there room for redemption? Thank you for listening. God bless the single parents carrying it all, and to the kids waiting for a check that never comes, you are seen, you are loved, and you are worth every fight. Check the next video. Another deadbeat parent story with a shocking twist is waiting. Take care of your children. They don't get to choose their parents, but they deserve ones who show up.